Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me. I'm Sanyukta Saxena and this is the Whiteout special series, and we are already down a couple of tiles by now, and today is a session with colors. So till now we have been mostly working with white and black, but black and white, but today I'm going to again use the heart string. So I'm using my pencil here. I'm sorry. So going to use the heart string today again, right? Used my pencil for reference, and I'm going to use three shades, three levels of the almost same color, right? So starting with darkest to lighter and then the lightest. So I'm just going to, these are watercolor pencils. I use, these are Stedler, right? So I'm going to sharpen it a little. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm outlining my heart shape with the darkest shade. You can choose colors of your choice, no hard and fast rule. I feel like using these colors today. If you are in a different mood, please feel free to use blues and greens, whatever you feel like. Right? So although whiteout looks very nice in black and white, but I just wanted to show a few, or probably only this session with color. Looks equally nice. So take your time and do that exercise. Use your watercolor pencils, or you can use your color block, the panel, whichever way you are comfortable. If you have liquid colors, you can use those also. I don't use colors much, so I don't have too many colors. So added those. Now just use your brush pen and just make sure its brush is wet and just blend the color. So you will get nice shades, 2 or 3. Blend it slowly with your brush pen. Take your time, no hurry. Just be careful with the edges because you want it to be absolutely white. So avoid taking the color inside the heart. Right? So rest, I'm just going to blend. So my color has dried up and I'm now going to start tangling right away. So using my micron oven, however, pens can be a little tricky as when running it on watercolors is, right? It is concerned, but let's see. If it is skipping, then we can change the pen. So I'm starting with some nice mochas. Touching each other. Their heads are touching each other. Right, so just take your time. Make sure you do not ditch the border and go with it, right? So let us see, I'm going to draw one like this. Then start from the other side here. Take your time. Slowly draw the mukas. Try that the pots touch each other, but if they don't, it's fine. Not a rule of law. Yeah, I'm going to draw one here. Right, so once we are done with that, let's add some orbs in between. Right, now I'm going to add a slight outline so that I separate my muka with the rest of the filling. Right, so I'm adding a close aura. Like this. Right, now, so once we are done with that, I'm now going to add a nice drawings here. Like this, right, and I'm just going to come back from the back of the S shape that I drew to about the half of the next S. So from the head of the back side of the S that we drew, this is the S. I'm just going to come back and join it to the half. A beautiful looking tangle. You can always add some thatching if you feel like, however it's optional. Right, you can add some nice bronze chairs here if you want, but it is entirely up to you. Yeah, so still adding those nice grape like tangle bronze chairs like these. Yeah, you can always add some mist or something more. We'll see what do we want to do above. Right, now moving on to the next, so let's add some more tangles here. Let's see, let's add some 5. Right, so 5 is a tangle that is drawn in a square grid. Right, so what we do is draw rice shapes in one direction first. So this is the classic seed shape or the rice shape that we use in Zentangle. Right, so once we have done one, then we draw the other. However, this time we are drawing behind, we are not cutting lines anywhere, wherever it is possible to draw. right? Once this is done, you can either simply ink the rest of the space, or you can insert an orb and then ink it, right? So let's see. So we can insert orb alternatively, yeah, like this. Small little spaces, take your time. Tangle 5. So just in case you're new to these tangles, please refer to my previous videos where I have by now covered almost all of the Zentangle originals except very few. Right, so I'm just going to do that. Ink the spaces after just inserting small orbs in each of the leftover sections, like this. Yeah. So I've now started with Hollowborg. I've done the inking in my 5, and now moving to the next angle Hollowborg, just with an extra line here, right? Random lines, one more line there. Generally it is 2 lines only, but I am adding one additional line. So you can draw the lines the way you want. Random, not planned, how, what, where. Go with the flow, draw the lines whichever way you feel like. Right? Again, these in between spaces you can either ink or you can do something else there. For example, add some other tangle. Let's see, probably we'll ink a few and add. But I think the spaces are pretty small, so it would be better to ink, because we won't be able to do much justice to the tangle that we insert there, right? So small little spaces, better to ink, or you can leave it empty so that the pink background also shows, right? It's entirely up to you, right? So probably I'll leave 1 or 2 empty here and there. Right, now moving on to the next angle. Now it is up to you, what do you want to add? Let's see, probably a few crescent moons. Why I am using crescent moon? Because I have these nice curves where I can easily insert my moon, right? So somehow the spaces and the shapes and the adjoining tangles help you decide your next angle, right? So just go by it, listen to it, and you will end up creating a beautiful tile with a nice mix of tangles that truly gel with each other. Yeah, so the spaces are such that they help you move to your next angle. Yeah, again the moons, you can probably add one more here. So I have already added 4 auras, so add 4 first. Yeah, and then the rest of the space just outline it. Yeah, the moons, you can extend your bronze chairs a little here. So once we are done with that, again my go-to tangle, printums, somewhere or the other it finds its place. Yeah, so even printums will look nice here, so it is up to you, right? So let's see what tangle do we want to put here. Probably I'll add some leafy tangle. So this is a tangle called Aurali. So what I did was started with a stem, and then I'm just adding auras from both directions, and they are kind of curling up at the end. I'll show you once again. Stem, one side, the other side. So as I draw the auras, they are kind of curling from the beginning and curling at the end, just like they are, just curling on the stem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So some pen pressure as I end and some pen pressure as I start. Nice curls. Simple aura based tangle, looks really nice. Aurali. You can maneuver it anyway, just follow the same process. Some weight as you start and some weight as you end. Right? Again, I think you can add one more here. Like this. Rest of the spaces, feel free to add caviars, jetties, tipple, whatever you feel like. Right? Caviars look really nice, but very small ones won't be nice idea, so just complement them with some tipple and you are sorted. You can add one hidden one here, some auras. Take your time. Add some nice and big caviars, nice fillers. Some bit of inking is always a good idea. You could always repeat bronze chair also, they look nice. Yeah. Very small little spaces, feel free to ink. Right, so we are done with that. Now some bit of space here, so it will be a nice idea to leave it the way it is, or if you want you can add some bit of dots. a little dense around the bronze chair and scanty as you move away. I am using the pen almost upright, perpendicular, adding a little more dots close to my bronze chairs and taking it easy as I move away. Right? So one small little work which is left is to add some bit of ink to the spaces left in between your muka. The intersectices must be filled. So go back to your muka and fill in the small spaces. Yeah, they will add to your tile. Yeah, I think we are done. So let us to move to shading now. So as far as muka is concerned, you can always add at the ends. Some bit of inking here. Small little spaces left here and there. Do ink it. Make sure you don't enter the heart. Yeah, stay out. So when it is color in the background, you don't really have to think much. It gets easier. The choice of tangles you make, you can space them out nicely. You have a color in the background. Right, so you might want the color also to show a little, so don't add too much of inking also. Right, as far as these are concerned, simple shading, just add some graphite at the intersections and you are sorted. Right, and then same with the 5. Since these seed shapes are intersecting, just touch on both sides where there is intersection. You can also shade this area as a whole if you want, right? And then Aurali, just add on one side. You can highlight the other. And a touch on the muka heads, the pods. Just a touch, not much. A little under this line on your drawings, right? So let's blend first and then we shall see if we want to do anything else. A slight touch. So I had posted one whiteout with a heart shape in black and white. That was a teaser tile that I drew, and it looks equally beautiful. However, I just wanted to show that whiteouts look equally nice when the background is colored. Right, so choose colors that appeal to you and then just create a nice colorful background. Just in case you feel that your pen is not working on that background, the watercolor, then you can always yeah, right, so just blend the graphite that you have put on the intersections. Moving on to the crescent moon, right, and then the Auralis. Just adding on one side. Yeah, a slight touch on your drawings. So once you are done with that, since the tile is colored now, so it provides you a nice opportunity to use your white, right? So just touch your mukas with white. Sharpen the pencil if it is not sharp enough. Just a touch on your mocha. Where you have not added graphite, you can always add some chalk there, so it will start to breathe. Take your time. Do that for all. Moving on to the other side of your Aurali. Highlight it with your chalk. So they look folded, right? Some bit of highlight on the moons. And that's it. I think we are sorted. We don't need any more chalk, right? You can always add little graphite here. Use a different blender and just soften the chalk. Should not look patchy. Yeah, that's about it. Some of the lines, if you want, you can redo. For example, the center line. Of your Aurali. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to close my tile here today. So if you want, you can add some bit of highlight on your bronze chairs, some bit of whites. Yeah, don't forget to put your initial. Always sign your date your tile, sign and date your tile. Today is 17th, right? So today the tangles that we used are Muka, which is this tangle surrounding my heart. This tangle is a combination of drawings and bronze chairs. They are all Zentangle originals. This tangle here is called 5. This is Hollowbog and Crescent Moon here. Right? And this tangle is not a Zentangle original, it's called Aurali. Right? And some caviars to go along. Right? So this is whiteout with a colored background. Hope you like this session. I shall see you again. Bye bye.